Some more suspension parts showed up over the weekend, and right here we have the brand new Mark V Supra sway bar at the front. It's 2 ways adjustable from Eibach. Very nice piece. We'll be pairing this up with SPL adjustable front end link. So just to try and get more adjustability into it, that way we can actually preload the front sway bar if we ever need to. Not that I think we need to. I'll start with the middle setting and then work my way around to see. So this will be how we really adjust the front balance of the car. So I had the same Eibach sway bar at the front of my S2000 before, and it was really awesome. This will be nice. This will be a good upgrade. The front of the car is kind of semi-disassembled. All of the panels are around there. You know, all the screws and everything to hold it in is here in my hands. This is how many just for these like 4 or 5 panels. It's not even a handful. It's like, this is insane. Why does this car weigh 3,300 pounds? I bet you like 100 of those is just from the bolts. And we're gonna cut like 80 of it just by not using all of them. So if we do have fender liners and bits of the car flying off, well, now you know why. This car's overbuilt, dude. Like really overbuilt.
I wonder how much they actually weigh. Should we weigh them?
We should try and weigh them. 3/4 of a pound. I think the next thing we'll try to weigh is the OE wheels and compare it to our new 18-inch and squared setup to see how that weight compares. So here we have the 2 tire setup. This is the OE rear tire, a 275/35/19 on a 19 by 10 inch wheel. Here we have the AO52s that we have been running, that we will be running also, 275/40/18 on a 18 by 10.5. I think the biggest difference you can tell straight away is how much squarer this side looks compared to the OE kind of fitment, where I think part of the problem is the wheels are 10 inch instead of a 10.5, so they're kind of a little sunk in, and that doesn't help the tire kind of stretch out. So it's interesting. Like I think also the Pilot Super Sport themselves don't sit as wide as the AO52s, where you can tell it's kind of very squarish looking on this side. Meanwhile, you just have like a bit of a rolled over edge here. So definitely interesting. Curious to see how the weight compares. I think these might be a little bit lighter. We'll figure out, but just to be aware, the OE wheels are also forged. So quality-wise, it's very good. Okay. 51.3 pounds is the OE rear tire and wheel assembly. Oh, wow. So what was the other one? Was it 51 pounds or so? I think it was about a 5 pounds reduction just on the rear wheels. Now, compared to the front wheels might be a little lighter, but we're increasing the contact patch connected to the road by a very big margin. So it is almost guaranteed that the more grip is going to be better than having a little less weight. So overall, this is a definitely good kind of like wheel weight decrease, while at the same time increasing the overall contact area and giving you more grip. And as we all know, grip equals speed. More grip, more speed. It's almost always the case. So while Alex is installing the other side, we've realized that there's this crazy strange looking contraption of a piece. So we can actually see it right here. It sits here and it acts as a spacer for the bolt that goes through. The problem is, okay, we checked. This thing only sits in that bolt. It kind of just floats. There's nothing else going to it or coming off of it or contacts with anything like this. Is it just for weight reduction, like weight distribution? I'm like seriously confused at this point. Why this thing is even here? You think about it, if you want to put a spacer on, you just put a spacer on. But no, you have to throw this crazy, you know, like obviously designed piece on. For what?
It probably serves pretty good as a paperweight. Does it even stand up by itself?
No. One of the trailing arms is pressed in and done with the new SPL spherical bushing. Super nice. And the cool thing is, before you had the bushing this big, you know, now it's just replaced with a very small one, but at the same time it gives you a bit of clearance. What you can do is you put the bolt through, and when it's up in the arm like this, you get a wrench in there, you twist this, and it adjusts the caster really simply. So honestly, How can you not? This is such a clever design. I love the guys at the SPL and their work. It's just, it makes me very, very happy. Like seeing stuff so well done and so well thought out. And it's just things that more things that we can adjust in the future to help dial the TA90 V2 even better on track. So thank you SPL. Love the work. Love it.
That's like the last piece of rubber bushing on the front.
That might be, yeah, is it?
Yeah, I think that actually is the last piece of rubber bushing on the front suspension.
Yo, that's actually really sick.
Solid now. They always say stiffer the better.
Big stiffy. Give me a stiffy. Careful. While the majority of this part doesn't actually do anything, the very edge of it, where the bolt kind of sits on to go through here, is there to prevent kind of like the soft aluminum on aluminum, and it will eventually eat through the aluminum and hurt the bolt, and you might have a suspension failure where the bolt literally eats through the subframe or something like that. So we've decided to handsaw off like that section. This can go to the trash. We still save about 3 pounds. Jackie, here.
I have like majority of the important parts pre-assembled already, so the canisters are already pre-assembled, the shafts are already assembled, so because like this is like 20 pieces in there, I'm not gonna have all that out. So but yeah, so these are all the main components. So that's the compression reservoir, which is gonna get attached to the shock eventually, and then this is the piston, which we're gonna assemble with the shim stacks to control how much fluid gets passed through, and that'll determine how stiff or how soft your valving is gonna be. Okay. And yeah, this is a shaft, and there's actually an orifice with a needle inside that bleeds out the fluid through the shafts, and that gives you rebound control.
That's where you control it.
So from soft to hard. There's a lot more to it, and there's way more parts, but I'm not gonna,
This is already like way too complicated for me. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So next time see a shock, you can actually say something about it,
And the orifice and the plug, the hole.
Bigger the better.
Yeah, and the lots of fluid coming in and out. Yeah, let's leave it at that, shall we? Right here we have what we think is a mass damper on the rear subframe of the Supra. It's beefy, it's heavy, all it does is sit on the subframe through one bolt and just kind of shakes. When you give it any kind of force, it just kind of does that and then stops. So really, it is just a big mass damper with a rubber bushing in the middle. So we're gonna find out exactly how much it weighs, because it feels pretty heavy. Jeez, 5 pounds, 5 whole pounds right there. This is not planned. Unintentionally, we're just started cutting out weight. So by the end of today, or like by the end of the car when it's back on the ground, we might be saving another 15-20 pounds. I mean, another bit closer to our bid to 29.99 pounds on a Supra. That's the plan. Here we have the OEM bar, front sway bar, and the Eibach adjustable three-way sway bar. Both, I believe, are hollow, but you can easily see just how much thicker and everything beefier the Eibach one is. The really nice thing is, I believe these are 25% more stiffer than the OE bar.
Are those billet mounts?
Looks like it, dude. Looks baller as hell.
Compared to say like the sheet metal mount over here.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, this is a pingy guy.
Yeah, this is what we need.
Yeah. This
Oh, there's smoke. Oh, what is happening? I sucked on it too much. I am not suitable to be a Subaru driver. Love it. So good. Love it. The car right now will be having 18K rear springs. I will bring a pair of 22s just to be able to swap around. So according to Dave, our suspension magician, 18K should be help keep it calm, or rear kind of calm, versus 22K should be more even with the front, but it will be a little more potentially oversteery. So usually, you know, people go up pullover springs by like 2K in terms of spring rates, but because of the motion ratio here, it's about half of what it usually is. So you know, half of 4 is 2. So here you go. 4K increase is technically around a 2K at, I suppose, at around the wheel or like the proper ratios. So that'll be good. First time car's getting weighed. We could take about I'm guessing 65 pounds out with the seat, 50 pounds with the battery, 75 pounds with the exhaust cut and the interior and like a bunch of stuff. We'll see how much it weighs. Alex's guess is 2,999. I'm thinking like 3,100. If I can get to 3,100, I'd be happy about it. So let's see.
Didn't Daniel say 20?
3150.
3,150.
3150.
Yeah. And then Alex said 2,890.
Yeah, 2890.
So there's quite a range. Stock is obviously 3397.
I don't think we even weighed.
We never weighed the first car. We just put it on alignment and did it. So yeah, it'll be our first. I'm kind of interested. Oh, there are a lot of people have weighed it. It was around 3320 with fuel, like bone stock, which is solid. So
remember, this is a base.
This is a base, so fingers crossed, man.
Oh. Good. Actually, the rack out is pretty close to where it needs to be.
3150. Congratulations. Yeah, 3140. That's about what we estimated, actually. So that's good. Actually,
That's without driver.
That's without driver. With driver, we'll see what happens later. So about 100 pounds on the scale. So yeah, 3145. The left rear is a little light. In the car.
Wow.
120 pounds.
120 pounds?
Like right now with you.
Right.
So 3260-ish.
That's not bad. That's really not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. 3260 is good. I'm alright with that. That's a good race weight. So without me, we got it to about 3140.
3140 was half tank of fuel.
Half tank of fuel. That's good. That's very good. Super positive. I like it. £17. Done. Boom.